Ongoing reports of Samsung's Galaxy Note 7 catching fire has prompted the company to adjust shipment volumes for the smartphone. In a statement, Samsung said it will be conducting in-depth inspections to improve quality control. So joining us now to break it all down, you know him, Mark Spooner, editor-in-chief over at Tom's Guide. And I guess, Mark, this is just another blow for Samsung. How badly will these sales in perhaps the fourth quarter be affected because of the faulty batteries, and can they recover given the sales volumes of this particular phone?
Yeah, well, I definitely don't think the Note 7 itself is going to recover because you have a lot of the carriers, 3 out of the big 4 have already said they're not going to be selling this phone anymore. So if you bring your Note 7 in, they're going to give you another device. So even though Samsung says that they're adjusting their production schedule, which I think is just code for halting production, at least temporarily, I think you could write off this phone altogether. And I think what Samsung doesn't want is this guilty by association factor. Like the last thing that you want when someone walks into a carrier store saying, which one blows up again? So they should just get rid of this phone, in my opinion, and just focus on the other phones that are doing really well and that reviewed well, like the Galaxy S7 and the S7 Edge.
All right, so that brings to mind the other question I have here, which is the quality of control element here. What do they need to do, in essence, to get their reputation back on track? Is there anything the company can do differently? And like you said, is there a real fear that this spreads from a brand perspective to affect all the other models that it has? This is definitely not the flagship product.
Yeah, and I think what's most troubling is that the fires from last week were occurring with devices that were supposedly safe, that were issued after the recall. So the question is, did they rush the quality control on these replacement units in order to put out that PR fire, and then it backfires on them in general? So I think it raises general questions about quality control in Samsung overall, and what are they going to do to assure that the next phones coming out, like the Galaxy S8, are safe for users? So I think they need to sort of outline detailed steps in terms of, here's what we've discovered, here's what we're doing.
All right, so that's the step-by-step process to kind of repair their reputation here. Of course, with any kind of a story like this, when there's a real negative, there's another side to it, right? There's an opportunity, if you will, for Samsung's rivals, possibly. So what kind of an opportunity is this, if there is one, given Samsung's troubles here?
Yeah, I think, to a certain degree, Apple could probably cut back on their marketing spend for the iPhone 7 because, in a way, Samsung is driving people into their arms. And even though Apple has been playing catch-up with the iPhone 7 in certain features when it comes to Samsung, like their low-light camera and the water resistance, they can at least say that ours is guaranteed safe or should be safe, that sort of thing. So Apple stands to benefit the most. But the others, in the Android camp could benefit, like LG. They have a new phone coming out, but especially Google and the Pixel. So far, they only have Verizon as an exclusive, but I wonder if the other carriers are going to start to wonder, like, oh, what was going to be our iPhone alternative when people walk into the stores? And maybe that will sort of free up the negotiating terms with Google to expand that exclusivity on the Pixel phone.
All right, so it sounds like Samsung's got some work to do, and of course, rivals may be looking to capitalize on this particular situation. Mark Spoonhour, thank you so much for joining us. That's Mark Spoonhour. He's the editor-in-chief over at Tom's Guide, and I'm Dominic Chu. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.
Hey CNBC fans, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Here you're going to find videos packed with all of the information that you need to be smarter about your finances. You can subscribe by clicking right here and click on all the videos around me or the I right here to watch the latest from CNBC. Thanks for watching.